Hi there, welcome to Using DIY, my name's Ben. In this video we're checking out the brand new DJI Neo. Okay, as I put in the thumbnail, this is, in my opinion, the perfect drone, but just for some people, not everyone. That's the key thing, and that's what's really good now about DJI and the range of drones that they do. There's not just a couple where you've got to kind of fit your usage requirements into a couple of drones. I think that's the beauty. You've got a total range of drones now. So maybe you're just a beginner getting into drones, or you do it professionally, or you just want to catch a video every now and again with a drone. There's one for you. And I think, after watching a number of videos, doing a bit of research, I think this one fits the bill for me and what my requirements are, and that's why it's perfect for some people. Okay, just very briefly, just before we dive into the box, just my past with drones. So previously, I've had the DJI Phantom 3, which was the old big white one, which was a brilliant drone at the time, but kind of massive if you look at now what you get with drones that do the same thing today. My current or most recent drone is now quite old. I've got the DJI Spark. This is the DJI Spark. So I got this before just to capture content when I'm out and about, travelling or walks or things like that. I used to take it on holiday with me because it was in a carry case, really easy to take with you. And this was small, or still is small, and it's still a great camera. You've got the gimbal on there, you've got the sensors on there. But what I found is I've been before with it and I forgot my SD card. There's an SD card in it at the moment still. But I've gone places, want to record, and there's no SD card. I forgot it basically, so I can't record. So that's one of the requirements. If I didn't have to have an SD card, that'd be great. The propellers, obviously the propellers are open, and if you spin and hit something, they're going to break. That was one of the other things. So something that was covered over is one of my requirements in terms of just easier to use. Maybe you can crash it if you're not so good, etc. Things like that. And this doesn't do 4K either, no 4K content. So I've tried to use this before with my videos, because it's not 4K, it doesn't kind of match up. But in terms of video quality, I'm not that fussed really. I'm not a professional drone flyer or professional photographer or videographer. So something that does 4K and is pretty good, again, is a requirement for me. So I've watched multiple videos on the Neo. Some people say it's no good, the video quality is no good, but I think, again, for some people, it's perfect. And I'm hoping for us, or for me and for the channel, that this will add some great value for the channel and footage we can get. So I'll stop blabbering, let's get inside the box, have a look at it. We'll use the DJI Spark to compare. There might be a lot of people that have, or some people maybe, that have got something like the Spark and maybe looking at a kind of a newer model, but not wanting to break the bank. And that's exactly what this did for me. I've seen DJIs over the years since I got this and thought I would really love them, but they're just, the better ones are more money, you get what you pay for. This just kind of hits a great price point for me. This was $299. We've got the Fly More combo, which has got the batteries and the controller in there as well. I can't believe it's all fit in that one box. It's unbelievable. So I'll stop blabbering, let's get inside the box and check it out. Okay, got a couple of views set up, so we'll do it on the desk here. I've got a camera just over here as well, just to give you a bit of a close-up of the unboxing. So, as I mentioned, really small box, really surprising. Well, I'm not surprised maybe that the whole thing's in here, and a controller, I hope. So let's get inside the box, take a look. So we've got some accessories in there by the looks of it. Let's just have a really quick look in there. Okay, that's the battery charger, with a couple of batteries in. Look how small those batteries are. Flipping heck. So there's a DJI Spark one, and you can see kind of similar length, but not as wide and not as thick either. So there's a compared side by side with DJI Spark one, just to give you a comparison. Charging case, really good by the looks of it. That's USB-C input there, and you get a USB-C cable with it. There is a screwdriver, which I'm not sure what that's for, maybe for fitting stuff onto the actual drone. Okay, next up we've got the controller. So there is the controller. Nice size. If I compare it again to the DJI Spark one, it's actually quite a lot bigger than the DJI Spark one, but I imagine it's got the antenna system built into it. Also under the bottom there as well is actually storage for the controls. So they're there and they screw into the actual controller there. That's quite cool. So if you want to put that in your bag and you don't want it to break, you can then put them under there. I've not seen anyone actually mention that before. I didn't know that was a thing. So let me just do both of them. And then they both screw into there. There's a couple of holes under there where you can then store them while you're traveling around with it. Again, USB-C port to charge that. Okay, the only thing left in the box is the drone itself. And wow, so it's kind of quite difficult sometimes when you watch videos on YouTube to understand the kind of size of things. And it looks small when people are using it, but my God, it's tiny. It's absolutely tiny. It's so light as well. So that's the DJI Spark with no battery in it, and that's lighter than that, miles lighter. Flipping heck. So you can see it in my hand there if I hold it up to that camera. It's absolutely tiny. Obviously, in the other videos I've watched, it's small, but it's so small. That's unbelievable. So for them to pack, and I know there's been criticism of the camera system, etc. in there, no obstacle avoidance, but for them to get into this drone, what they've got into it, is unbelievable. Shows how far the technology's come, and shows how far behind I've been with the DJI Spark. It's unbelievable. So that's the controller, that's the drone, they're the batteries, that's the USB cable. It's the Fly More combo. We have got some more stuff in here actually, or spare propellers, instructions, hopefully there's a sticker, I think there's a sticker in there, and that's everything. The only one thing you don't, well, there's many things you don't get, but one of the things you don't get is obviously a bag. There's no bag here, no storage bag. And I think when I got the Spark, I got the Fly More combo with the Spark, and it came with a bag. The plan is though, I think I'll probably use this same bag. It should fit in here. I'll probably have to just move things around. But if you look at the old charging system for the Spark as well, you needed a big cumbersome PSU power block thing, which then you plugged your battery pack into that. So you can see again, that's just a USB-C cable into the batteries, and you can charge you can charge 3 batteries in there actually. All 3 batteries in there via a single USB-C cable, which is brilliant. I think it's all 3 can be charged up in an hour, I believe it is. I might be wrong there, but we'll check. So that's what we'll do now. I'll charge the batteries up. They need to be fully charged. I don't want to not charge them up just for battery maintenance and battery longevity. So I'll charge this up, charge the controller up, then we'll get the DJI app going, get it connected up, and then we'll test it out. Okay, just before I charge, there is a little sticker on the back of there. You might not be able to read it on the camera, but it basically says, charge to activate the battery before using for the first time. What I'll do is I'll get a USB cable plugged into this and see what happens. Okay, we're back. It's been a few hours. I've got a coffee, an espresso, Stormy Boost pod if you're interested. But anyway, so I've read the instructions. I've got the DJI Fly application on my phone. Now it is a third-party download you've got to do off their website. It's not off the Play Store. It's one thing to look out for. But if you follow the QR code here, it takes you to their website to download it. Now, anyone watching, do they know why they do that? It isn't in the Play Store. Is it something to do with Google or what? Anyone know? If you do, drop it in the comment section. I've always wondered that, but never really looked into it. But anyway, right, so the DJI Fly app is now on my phone. Everything is charged up. We've got full green lights on there. I charged up the batteries as well, the 2 extra batteries. They've got green lights as well. And also the controller, we're on 4 green lights there as well. So, first time we try this, I'm not going to use the controller. I'm just going to use the drone and my hand, basically. So, first thing I'll do, just so it doesn't damage anything, I'm going to take this case off, or a cover off, sorry, off the camera. So that just protects the camera when obviously you're not using it. And there is an up and down, is that vertical? Vertical gimbal only on this. Obviously for anything horizontal, the drone itself will move. There's no horizontal movement in the camera. So let's get things set up on the phone. Okay, so I'm going to press and hold the power button. I'm going to press and then press and hold the power button on the drone, just like all the other DJI products. So press once and then press again and hold, and hopefully it should come on. Something's happening. Okay, so I've currently got a flashing light on there. Maybe that's looking for a connection, and it's in one of the modes at the moment. So let me just get my phone. And what I'll do is I'll record my phone on the DJI Fly application, so you can see exactly what's going on. Okay, so we are recording on the camera and on the phone at the moment. So I'm going to go connection guide, go to settings, I'm going to allow everything that it needs to allow. Okay, so I'm going to go into DJI Neo. I'm going to go with connect with mobile device, and you can see, hopefully you can see on the screen that it's found the actual Neo. So I'm going to click on that, and we'll let it do its connection now. I assume it's going to use Wi-Fi to connect them together. I think it's Wi-Fi. So if you're doing any long distance kind of flying, that's why you need the controller for that longer distance control. So I've got to press and hold the power button for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's connecting. I'm going to connect to a temporary Wi-Fi network as it just suggested. And we're connected, get in there. So, activate your DJI device. I'm going to activate it. Which is why you need a mobile phone for that first connection to activate the device itself, and we're done. Okay, so it's offering obviously the DJI refresh, care refresh there. I'm not going to do that. There is some new firmware available, and I've seen the videos of the new firmware available, which does improve things. So I'm going to upgrade that now, and we'll come back once that's done. Okay, there we go, update done. So it took a few minutes. My connection out here is really poor in terms of the Wi-Fi and the mobile signal, so it was really poor. But it's done it after a few minutes. We're all downloaded, installed. So I'm back on the main screen now. You can see it's ready to connect. So I'll click connect. And then we're going to try and again fly it just using the mobile app first time. We'll try and fly it just with my hands in here. We're just using the mode selection on there. And then we'll do some outdoor with the controller as well. So let's just get it connected up first of all. Okay, so it's actually wanted me to do the in-hand takeoff now. So we'll try and do it in here, hopefully I don't crash it, so let's give it a go and see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to press and hold the mode button.
Droney, circle, rocket, spotlight, direction track, follow.
On follow mode, so I'm going to press and hold the mode button, hopefully it'll look at my face and it'll take off. Let's see what happens.
Close, follow, 3, unable to take off, aircraft in motion.
Try again.
Close, follow, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we're up. It's blowing everything everywhere. So I'm going to go backward and forward on my chair, see if it follows me. Okay. So it is recording me. So I'm going to put my palm under there now and land it on my palm. Okay. We're done. So that was a tutorial. So there we go. Tutorial done. Connection. It might have been a bit loud with the microphone. Hopefully you could see what was going on. I didn't use the controller on the phone. I obviously just used my hands to control it, which you saw straight away was working absolutely fine. So you've got a live view inside the application there. So I can point that at my face, and it is kind of trying to follow my face, that is. If you see the I'm tilting the actual drone. It's following my face, which is quite cool. So you see that vertically going up and down. So it's holding steady on my face. You can see it in the app, and it's moving the camera. That's cool. So let's just have a look what we can do here. We've got controls. So I'm going to press start here now. I'm going to fly it, try and use the remote control on the actual phone. So let's see what happens.
3, 2, 1.
Got the controls now. Okay, we're back. Someone went with the doorbell, so I have to go and get the door. So let's try that again. I can explain it a bit more because it's a little bit frantic, that. So basically you see the control button just here. I'm pressing it on the screen recording. That's that. Actually get to the manual control on the phone screen. So we're going to give that a go in a minute. So we're going to start it from the desk here again. We'll get it floating and I'll show the controls in the application. Obviously it's quite loud in here because the noise is bouncing around, and it is quite a screechy drone as well with the little propellers. So we'll get this up. We'll see what we can do. So we might need to go silent in terms of voice, but obviously you can see what's going on with the drone.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so a really quick flight, just show you moving it a little bit. It's quite restricted in here, so I don't think it'd come much further closer to me. So I think what we'll do is just take it outside and do a little bit of recording outside of it. Before we do that, though, what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and connect up the controller just inside, just to show you that going on first. So let's turn off the drone. So the drone's now off. I'm going to turn on the drone. I'm going to turn on the controller. So the controller's on and I don't know if these are pre-bounded, if that's a word, pre-bound. So let's see what is going on. So let me jump back into the application, just do a quick recording for you. Okay, so we're recording now. Just connecting to the drone. Okay, so now in the application, hopefully you can see it. We've got a drop down here. It's got manual control, and we've got the different modes on there that you can select manually. Whatever reason, the actual controller isn't bound or binded. So let me just go back here a minute. Let me go into the settings. Let me just see if there's anything obvious in here. So we don't even looked at this yet. You've got the internal storage there, 4K 1080p. So if you've got 1080p, you can go up to 60 frames per second. 4K, obviously 30. Color profile, just got normal. But there's no controller setting there. Let me have a look. More settings. Control. And I've straight away realised what I'm doing is I have not plugged in the phone into the controller. That's exactly why. It's obvious. So let me just get out the USB cable that comes inside the actual thing. It's really well thought out that it's all built into here. You've got the mount system there, flexible mount system that would fit a massive phone in there, I think. So let me get this plugged in first of all, and we'll see if anything just kind of happens automatically. Just plugged in. Okay, so it's in the mount. Let me plug the USB-C cable in, like so. We'll go back. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the switch mode there, that's so just need to plug it in and it kind of knows what it's doing. So that was just a little oversight by me. So I'm going to go into Go Flight now. There is some firmware available for the controller. I'll do that in a bit. I'm going to go to Go Fly for now though, and now you can see I've got, hopefully you can see anyway. Let me skip that and just show you. I've got the view of the camera now on the phone. I'll record this as well and put it over here. But we've got a full view there, traditional view, DJI view there. We've got no satellite positioning here because obviously we're inside, but I'm going to try and take off. So I'm going to try and press the two sticks in and down. That usually is the normal thing to set these off. So let's give a go. Okay, so we are flying now. So let me see what this is like. So a bit of a tour here of the actual workshop. There we go. So we've flown it with the controller. The controls, so compared the DJI Spark, which you've got control over, but not kind of fine control. I don't feel that it's such fine control in terms of the movement, in terms of controlling it around the corners, going around the corner there into the workshop. Super, super fine control. That might just be a newer thing on newer DJIs. I'm obviously on the Spark, as I mentioned at the moment. So this is much newer. The controls much newer. That's really, really good first impressions on there. So really easy to set up with the mobile in terms of the mobile app, and then using the controller. Just a case of plugging in that USB-C cable, kind of does the auto detection, switch to that mode, and away you go. So then every time we plug in this, it should open the application as well on the phone. Really like the fact they built in the USB cable in there. There's no having to muck about putting a cable in and then switching it round, which could be a pain before. Nice clear screen on it. Obviously you can get the controller with the screen built in, but total flexibility there to add your own phone onto there. So what we will do now is, now I've done that and got that set up, we will head outside. I'll get some footage outside of the garden. Okay, just before we do actually head outside, I mentioned at the beginning I got the DJI Spark currently, and I got this bag with it originally. The Fly Combo, or the Fly More Combo for the DJI Neo doesn't come with a bag, but I've managed to get everything in here really, really easily. So if I show you, you've got the battery charger, which got the USB-C cable in there, controller, and the drone. So drone, controller, battery pack. It should just slot in there. It does, and that'll even zip up as well. There we go. So if you have got the DJI Spark or something similar with a similar size bag, it'll easily fit in there, and it'll get a little bit more in there probably if you've got some spare bits or bats or I don't know, your battery pack. Maybe your charging battery pack would go in there. Let me check if it does actually. So I'm just using this with the USB cable. So if I unzip that, I reckon I'll get that in there as well. Like so. There we go. So you've got the battery as well in there, so you can charge it on the go. So you can be charging it in there while you're travelling around. So just want to show you that quickly. Let's head outside, stop talking and show you some footage from outside. Okay, back inside, all packed back up as well, which is great. I'll charge those batteries up in a moment. We'll get going again. Just some spare parts as well left there. But hopefully you saw the footage outside. I tried to get some footage kind of around my garden. I tried to get a little bit of footage showing the modes as well, how they work and how they can follow you and do different things. I need to go into a bit more of an open space to do some of the other modes, just to make sure I don't crash and bump into people's houses around where I live. But overall, really, really smart in terms of intuitive, easy to use, super light, super simple. The DJI app is brilliant. The controller is amazing. Obviously, that's an upgrade for me, but the controller is really, really smart, the physical controller. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the video and the thumbnail around this being the perfect drone for some people. I'm one of those people. This is perfect for me. The 4K footage that's on there, obviously at 30 frames per second, will be enough for me and what I need it for. You can step down to 1080p to do the 60 frames per second, which obviously isn't ideal, but if you do need that, you need to do things slow motion. In slow motion, obviously that will be better at 60 frames per second. But for me, for the shooting I do, they're not non-professional videography and photography, it's absolutely spot on. If I'm out and about, or if I'm travelling, or we're going somewhere and I want to get the drone out really quickly and fly it, you don't even need the controller. It's absolutely superb. Really smart, really intuitive, really great engineering design, etc. From a hardware, software and usability from DJI. As other people have mentioned in other videos, I think the more and more firmware updates that come out, I think they'll release more and more features, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm really impressed. $299, you get the drone, the controller, 3 batteries in total, obviously the battery plus 2 more, some spare parts. I think it's a great starter price for a drone. With a brand like DJI, you know it's going to be supported for a long time, firmware upgrades for a long time, and if you don't, obviously if you keep care of it, it should also last for a long time. The Spark I've still got has lasted with this long after loads of use. The Phantom 3 I had before was really, really good. So I think if you're going to choose a brand and you're just getting started, or you just want to get some 4K footage and you've got some experience, I think you can't go wrong with this. I don't think you can go wrong with the Neo. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so some future videos. I'm going to be going away soon to different places. Going to go on some walks, maybe get some footage of some football. See if we can get some cool shots from some football fields, some stuff like that. When we go out walking, I'll use the follow me mode and the helix mode and different things as well. I'll try out tons of different stuff in future videos. But this has just been a kind of unboxing, first steps, getting started, first impressions. And my first impressions, really, really good. Probably better than I expected, to be honest with you. It's smaller than I thought it would be, which was a worry at first in terms of the video quality and like the flyability of it, but it's really, really good. Really, really good. And these are first impressions, so we'll see over time how that goes. So hopefully you've liked the video. If you've been looking at the Neo and you're looking to get it, or you're just generally interested, looking to upgrade from another one maybe, and you're looking at what it can do and can't do, hopefully it's been informative. If it has, you've liked it, please do give it a thumbs up, this video. Give it a like. If you didn't for any reason, give it a thumbs down, but do let me know in the comment section why. Any questions about the drone, the setup, any feedback, any ideas, etc, things like that, please do drop that into the comment section. I'll reply to all questions and comments. And if you want to follow the Houston DIY channel for more DJI Neo videos, tech reviews, product reviews, home DIY projects, and much, much more, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.